Hello everybody, just a quick update on what's going on the yard. Today is June 2nd and let's start real quick over here where a lot of the gardenia bushes that I have here have been blooming. The fragrance is absolutely fantastic, like nothing else. Those flowers are really fragrant, as you would expect from a gardenia. And it's also hydrangea time. We have this star hydrangea that it's blooming like mad right now. And I think it's one of my favorite hydrangeas that I own, with those lace cap flowers and the star-shaped leaves. Star-shaped blooms on the edge. Really cool. Just gonna go pretty quickly today since I'm running out of daylight. A couple of things here on this side. The Mexican dogwood is doing great. I planted these little variegated phlox the other day. What else do we have here? We have this Japanese maple called Buscup Glory. It's kind of like losing its redness right now, but I just like the pairing with this one that is a full moon maple called 6910. Doesn't have the sexiest of the names, but I'm trying to acclimate it to the sun. This one gets some afternoon sun. Next to it, if it's a pixie, really looking good right now. Pixie, and then the trifecta with this purple one. This is a purple smoke bush, so you can see the three together look pretty nice here. Moving on, we have some right here. Let's go here. This is a Peruvian lily. It's a series of Peruvian lilies called Pecorita or something like that, where each one has a name of a woman's name, like Patricia, Elizabeth, and things like that. Don't remember which one is that one. My red filigree lace is doing quite well. Nice contrast with the gardenia and hydrangea blooms right there. Anemones down here, they're going to be blooming in a month or so. This one is my Peve multicolor. I'm trying to give it more sun, and it seems like it's working because you can see that it's getting some coloration there rather than being a bland chartreuse color. A lot of hostas everywhere. Kawaii is looking really good. This Japanese maple, it's called Kawaii. This one is always cool, no matter what time of the year. Jubilee here. And then you can see how this hostas has a bunch of stalks with blooms. Next up is Gable's Glory, chameleon maple, because the leaves keep changing color, as you can see. Fairly nice there, next to a dawn redwood. And Acer palmatum sunset is right here. Really beautiful, kind of like orangish, reddish tips. Makes it for a cool specimen. This cool blue mouse ears hosta is in full bloom right now, which is in this container with a conifer, a euphorbia, a couple of conifers actually, and the main act here is this Orangiola Japanese maple. On the other side of the steps, I have a similar setup, but with a Tamukeyama, and again a couple of complementary plants. Can't remember the name of this yellow one, but this one is a euphorbia, and again a little mini hosta with an incredible bloom. And here is the columnar Emerald Towers basil, which right now is happy in a pot. And down here, if we move on, there's my ginkgo American. Beautiful ginkgo, thick trunk right now. And next to it is the Candy Kitchen. Candy with a K, Candy Kitchen Japanese maple. It gets pretty much quite a bit of sun. This umbrella pine tree has a lot of young growth. You can see the fresh green there. It's a beautiful tree, unnamed variety. It's a seedling, but nonetheless quite beautiful. A lot of flowers here. Again, if you could smell this right now, it's intoxicating in a good way. All the fragrance coming from the gardenias. Very, very cool. So I'm gonna go here. This one I planted yesterday from last weekend's haul. This is an Uncle Wiley Picea, and it's super soft to the touch. So hopefully it does well here in the sun in the south. It's gonna go well with this Farglow Japanese maple. Right here I have my I can't think of the name, it will come to me, Katsura tree. And this one is my pride and joy that I just planted, that I got last weekend. It's the Carolina Sweetheart Redbud with those wonderful colors and variegation. Here's my helper, Una, the dog. She's getting ready to do her business. Hey, Una. And I have this wonderful gardenia that was given by my friends, that was owned by the mother plant is owned by Maria, their mother, and has this wonderful big gardenia blooms that makes for a good show. My hydrangea eclipse is looking good, even though it's been eaten by slugs. And next to the summer fun dogwood. And this guy just started to open. This one is a Rudbeckia or Black-Eyed Susan. Really happy right now, it seems. This one just starting to open. It is next to this Golden Falls Redbud. Another beautiful specimen. Let's see, my Hinoki cypress here, Confucius, looking very good. I'm gonna pan here, the winter hazel and the Japanese maple doing well. This guy is getting ready to bloom. This one I planted yesterday from last weekend's haul is the Lychnis Vesuvius. Goes very well with the hot blonde Japanese maple. Let's see what else we have here. Another Peruvian lily, one of those female name series, Pecorita or whatever. Beautiful flower. More people need to grow it because it's fantastic. Anna's ball, conifer next to the gray owl or blue owl or gray owl, blue owl rather, next to Tamokeyama. And this one, a stilby, no, not a stilby, Kaleidoscope abilia rather, not a stilby, looking very good. What else do we have here worth showing? Oh yes, this wonderful set of coneflowers along with some daisies, Shasta daisies I think these are, but these are very tall. And then the butterfly bushes are giving me a show right now. There's one here, it's butterfly bush with chartreuse leaves. It's quite unique. The coreopsis is full of blooms next to this Hub's red willow, Japanese maple. Look at all that color in one single shot. Makes me quite happy with the garden when I see it. You know, when you plant things and the plant seems to work out quite well, although it's kind of messy, but you know, I'm not a designer or anything. I just enjoy putting things together. Let's walk across the walkway here, and we see a nice bloom here, rose bloom, that just past its prime, but there's more buds here getting ready to do their thing. Next to that one is this Japanese maple called Benishi-en. Beautiful variegation and very heat tolerant. This is kind of similar to Manio no Sato, but it turns to be more red than green. More coneflowers here, and then I have these golf balls. It's literally called golf balls. I can't remember the name of the plant, but the variety is called golf balls. Hino Tsukasa is a wonderful red maple that is handling the sun quite well. And here is a yarrow. Usually you see yarrows with yellow blooms. This one it's a little different, the color, but I just like the combination with this sapphire nymph citrus. Citrus atlantica, I think it is. This one, it's a crazy wild one. I don't recall the name, but it's from Argentina. That's the reason I got it. I'm from Argentina, by the way. And it's gonna bloom. It's quite the specimen here, the character. And there's a lot of aster, Stokia asters, I think it's called, or New England asters. Two different colors. One is more purple, like the one on the left. The other one is more, I guess, bluish. These are beautiful flowers. Again, they're at peak right now. This is a more common yarrow. This is a more common color for yarrows, full bloom. This one I just planted, which will go well with all the yellow and blues that is around it. This is a hibiscus, royal mahogany, I think it is. And here's the oak leaf hydrangea baby honey next to the aster. Very, very cool colors. I'm gonna move on here. My burgundy lime, I think it's getting a little bit burned by the sun, but it's gotta toughen it up, or tough it up, buddy, like they say, because you gotta get used to the sun. We'll see what it does. And then there's this wonderful butterfly weed, which now it's kind of late in the evening, but earlier today it was full of bumblebees and pollinators everywhere. White coneflower, I've shown it before, and this one is starting to pop up everywhere. This is a crocosmia. It's very given to the pollinators. They love it, and it's in the process of opening. I like how it opens from the top to the bottom and makes for a wonderful flower. And there's another one here that you can see it's a little bit further behind these buds. This lavender is going wild, to say the least. Stalks everywhere. I had to do something with this. This is another Rudbeckia or Black-Eyed Susan. They were all drooping, so I kind of like bunched them all up together and stake them. They're tall and kind of like flimsy. There's more coneflowers getting ready to open. The tiny wine 9 bark bush. It's right there. I'm gonna pick it up here. So in St. John's Wort, I believe it is. It's all budded up, ready to go. And I limbed up this Rising Sun redbud because I had some lower limbs that were making it difficult for me to walk. So kind of nice that you can walk on the walkway without hitting the those limbs. Yeah, bee balms. Bee balms are awesome for pollinators. You can see there's one guy flying there. A lot of them are susceptible to powdery mildew, and you can see that that's the case here. But it's okay. It's kind of common. There's a salvia or an agastache right here. Then this coneflower that has like this beautiful center showing off right now. Beautiful pink. This is an oregano plant, and next to it is another milkweed for the butterflies. It's a host plant for the monarch butterflies. So I have several of these. I'm very happy with this bee balm. It has a very tall flower stalk there, and it's just gorgeous. It's about to give me more blooms, and next to it is another rather different coneflower. Look at that. And then these thistles, I think these are thistles. Love the combination. They're gonna be bluish with the red flowers, the red coneflowers. Beautiful. Unfortunately, this daylily is not open right now, but it was open yesterday. The flowers from yesterday were fantastic. These huge orange blooms. But they will be opening again tomorrow. This is a crinum lily. This is like the queen of my lilies. Look at the size of it. And it's putting up a show, daily show. I mean, these are daylilies, so daily things is what they do. Let's see what else. Oh, cool. There's a red poker, hot red poker, whatever, over there, poking up. and this is incredible. This butterfly bush I got last year, it was up to here, the size. This year I didn't know I was gonna get this big, and it's almost 6 foot tall. But what's more surprising is the size of the panicles. I mean, that's my hand. It's like twice my hand. It's absolutely fantastic. And you can see they're almost, I mean, they're not all the way open, but it's getting there. It's also very fragrant. Pollinators really enjoy it. So you can see a lot of panicles, a lot of blooms. And right next to it is my flamethrower redbud. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, so this is June 2nd. Remember that I was doing the No Mow May, where for the entire month of May I wasn't doing any mowing? Well, yesterday was June 1st, so it was time for me to take care of all the mowing. So I'm proud of it. It looks pretty good. Unfortunately, all the clover got mowed, so you don't see all the blooms, but there's plenty of things for the pollinators to entertain themselves. There's a lot of, I mean, this is a pollinator garden, this side of the house, so they will be all right. and the the clover is gonna rebloom again. And I just love this redbud, this rising sun redbud. And my Magnolia macrophylla, or big leaf magnolia, keeps pushing new leaves. Texas yucca on the sidewalk side of the fence. They are all, there's another one there. They're all blooming nicely. People have to walk under it. It's kind of fun. They always ask me, what is that thing? So it's a good conversation starter, if nothing else. Artemisia, love that color. Smoky, kind of like bluish color with everything else. Yeah, so things are looking pretty good. That's my flamethrower flamethrowing. I was throwing some flames there with the heart-shaped leaves. Just love this. Red, less red, less red, orange, less orange, greenish, yellow. It's a symphony of colors. All right, let's move on. Let's go around this wonderful butterfly bush. You can see one of the panicles is in the middle of this. I think this is a Spanish lavender. And this coneflower is incredible. It's so showy right now, especially with the diffuse light of the evening. It pops. Another butterfly bush. This is a variegated one. This one hasn't bloomed yet, but it's about to. You can see there's a little bloom there. It's gonna be some nice contrasting, kind of like purplish panicles. Gaillardia, looking well. Love my native geranium, Roseanne. If you see it, get it. Doesn't stop blooming, and the coloration of the geranium leaves, it's like the different shades of green. So beautiful. And then I have a crocosmia here. This is a dwarf crocosmia that it's less common. This one is orange versus the red one that I showed you earlier. I think this one is called, they're not toad lilies, but they're kind of like toad lilies. They're getting ready to bloom. My Texas sage against the house is blooming. Kind of looks like an olive tree a little bit, but it's more faded, the color of the leaves, and it blooms these wonderful purple flowers. All right, and we're almost done for the day. This one is another butterfly weed in this case. Again, this one is not as common. Usually you see the orange ones. This one is a pink one, and looking forward to see caterpillars and butterflies taking advantage of it. And across the walkway we have beautiful Silver King, liquid amber, or sweet gum. And now next to that one is hot sauce, Japanese, oh no, it's a Chinese maple, it's an Acer olivarianum. It's part of the Hot Seeker series called Hot Sauce. Has some spot from the sun, but it's doing quite well. And then this is where the magic starts here. It's lily season, and last year I planted a bunch of lilies. This is the first time I see them all kind of like bloom, but you can see they're putting on a show right now. They're fantastic. So all these varieties together, and I'm happy. This agapanthus that got quite a hit by the freeze a couple of years ago. It's coming back and it's putting some blooms. So we're gonna get all these blooms with all the lilies. Really beautiful. And the combination, this hibiscus behind it with the dark leaves, it's just an explosion of colors right now. And not to mention this bee balm, extremely pink bee balms. With this cryptomeria, more bee balm, and then some more lilies behind it, then the weeping redbud, ruby falls, and as you know, I have my blackberry bush, which doesn't stop giving. A lot of breakfast has been had with the blackberries coming from this bush so far this couple of last weeks. And you can see, yeah, more lilies, all sizes, beautiful colors. This one is smaller, surrounding this little conifer and this euphorbia minor slot, which is purple. All right, we're closing it out with this big fig tree that I have here. Looking forward for it to start pushing ripe figs. You can see they're all over there. We have them. It's gonna be a feast of figs. So yeah, love when your garden can also give you a source of food. But yeah, I leave you guys with this vantage point of the flamethrower redbud and the rising sun redbud on the top left. Have a good rest of the day. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Bye.